Mike Barber, Richmond Times-Dispatch. Good to see you. You heard me ask Kyron, but what has it been like to have an off season where people are loving on you guys, and what is it like to kind of tackle those expectations?
It's definitely, it's always good to get exposure, but, we're not really looking for validation for nobody but us. So it's definitely great, but we still working the same way.
Still on the right-hand side, gentleman in the white shirt, third row.
Antwaun, how you doing? TJ Wilkerson from 90.9 The Light. My question for you is, you were at Florida for a couple years, entered the transfer portal, and came back home to Virginia Tech. What were the leading factors? Was it family? Was it Coach Pry? Can you go into that a little bit?
For sure, Coach Pry, having a defensive-minded coach is always good, especially from my position. But the scheme, I like the scheme, being able to play more traditional defensive end, trying to, it's a better chance of me going to get sacks,
Antwaun, from the podium, you've done a lot of great stuff since your middle school years as a football player. Through high school, through college, what have you not done yet that you would like to do this year?
I want to score a touchdown. I got to. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but you got to make a way.
Sack fumble, that's
it. You got to make a way, that's definitely something that I want to do. I haven't scored yet, so.
We'll leave it at that. Second row, we'll get the microphone, Francesca, right to gentleman in the third row, actually. Black shirt, right side.
Tyler Budge, CF Budge. Down the stretch last season, you guys won 5 of 7. Defense really stepped up during that stretch. You yourself had 7.5 sacks during that stretch. What was something that clicked for the defense and really for the team as a whole that you noticed down the stretch?
I'll probably say like just the team chemistry. I think we got comfortable with each other. We being able to get those games in helped getting the reps in within the actual game setting. I think that was one of the main things.
We're going to hustle a microphone left side. There's a gentleman wearing a maroon shirt. There we go.
Antwaun, Tim Thomas from the Tech Lunch Pail. Obviously, you were a 4-star recruit from Virginia in high school, went to Florida, then came back. You had obviously a ton of success, all ACC second team last year. Do you think what you did, bouncing back kind of and coming from Florida back to the Commonwealth, Virginia at Tech, is kind of maybe a trend, especially with Kelvin Gilliam coming from Oklahoma, Caleb Spencer coming from Miami this offseason as former high-profile in-state recruits who went elsewhere now are back at Tech?
I'm sorry, can you repeat it for me?
Just that you were a former 4-star recruit, you came back to Tech. Now you're seeing more of these guys kind of follow the path that you kind of blazed forward. Do you think this is a trend potentially going forward?
I think it should be, because home is always better in my opinion. That's coming from me now because I realized it. It's better. It's always better to bet on home than trying to go somewhere else.
We're going to go to the gentleman with the light ring, far left.
Rob Johnson, Legacy Maker Sports. Talk about coming from the 757, how tough football is out there, and just what that taught you coming to college because, you got the Oscar Smiths and all that stuff out there. So what did that teach you about football that makes your transition a little bit easier into college? I'll probably say the work out of it all, being able to go out every day and not complain about the work, being able to be, I'll probably say being aggressive is definitely a hard-nosed sport. So,
Antwaun, thank you.